The United States has delivered a fatal blow. The CCP's broken ship is about to sink. Chinese wealth vanishes. Shanghai's economic collapse hits malls and restaurants. Shanghai dating crisis. One man for every 30 women. High-quality leftover, women struggle. On May 1st, in the middle of growing tensions between China and the United States, the CIA made a bold move. It released 2 recruitment videos in Mandarin Chinese, directly addressing Communist Party officials, urging them to defect to the United States. This unprecedented call to action rocked Chinese-speaking communities worldwide. Soon after, overseas Chinese media spoke to Du Wen, the former director of the Legal Affairs Office of Inner Mongolia's provincial government, now a whistleblower in exile. What he revealed was stunning. If the CIA can properly resettle the families of Chinese officials, Du Wen said, I can predict entire groups of officials will defect. Not just 1 or 2 individuals sneaking away, but group defections. He said he understands the mindset of Communist Party elites too well. They live in fear and resentment. They hate Xi Jinping. They despise the system, but they have no choice but to fake loyalty and keep singing praise songs. So why now? Why is the CIA reaching out in Chinese openly and publicly? According to Du Wen, there are 2 reasons. Reason 1, intelligence gap. After September 11th, U.S. intelligence shifted its focus to the Middle East. For the past 20 years, China wasn't the priority. Today, the U.S. finds itself at an informational disadvantage, especially when it comes to Beijing's inner workings, its politics, military, and leadership psychology. Meanwhile, China's state security apparatus has been laser-focused on how to defeat the United States. The CIA needs new eyes and ears, on the inside. Reason 2, internal paranoia and repression. Under Xi Jinping's sweeping anti-corruption campaign, fear has spread through every level of the Communist Party. No one knows who's next. And trust is dead. In this environment, the CIA's message offers more than just ideological appeal. It presents a clear and concrete exit strategy. You can leave safely. Your family will be protected. You will not be alone. To someone trapped in a collapsing system, that is powerful leverage, and Beijing knows it. In recent months, passport seizures have accelerated, not just for officials, but for teachers, engineers, even students. A sweeping directive now requires a full audit of which officials have family overseas, who holds foreign connections, even who still has a passport. Why? Because the regime is terrified of officials fleeing and taking secrets with them. But as Du Wen points out, escaping China isn't easy. Most senior officials are born in the 60s or early 70s. They don't know how to use encrypted apps, VPNs, or the dark web. They hide money in apartments or suitcases, unable to move it offshore. And their children? Often denied passports or refused visas. This is where the CIA's offer changes everything. If the U.S. can provide a real operational safe corridor for escape, not just symbolism, Du Wen believes it could shake the entire regime to its core. As China enters 2025, its once booming real estate market continues to crash, triggering the largest personal wealth shrinkage in nearly a decade. For millions of Chinese families, the home they bought as a symbol of success has become a financial prison. The broader Chinese economy remains sluggish and consumer spending has sharply declined. With wages slashed and competition intensifying, fear of the future is now mainstream. A growing trend among young families? Extreme frugality. I'm 40 years old. I have aging parents and 2 young kids. I thought opening a restaurant would give my family hope. He was a chef. Opening a small eatery seemed logical. But after investing hundreds of thousands of yuan, the harsh reality hit. I can't even cover rent and wages. I was naive. This has been physically and mentally exhausting. No money earned. My family life is falling apart. In his words, this year, it's not about making money. It's about surviving. Every business owner I meet is on the edge. We're not aiming for growth anymore, just endurance. She tells the story of her husband, a level 1 certified architect, once earning 35,000 yen a month in construction. He was laid off last year. We thought he'd find a job quickly, but months went by. He applied everywhere. Some interviews, yes, but no job offers. We bought our home for nearly 1 million yen. Now we eat noodles that cost less than 5 yuan a meal. We've paid over 200,000 yen in mortgage interest in 6 years, plus a 300,000 yen down payment. If we sell the house today, it won't even cover the remaining mortgage. So who are we working for? The bank? Ourselves? Or no one at all? According to recent data, even in Shanghai, one of China's wealthiest cities, the number of fine dining restaurants with average bills over 500 yuan per person has plummeted, from 2,700 venues in May to just 1,300 by July. In March 2025, consumer spending dropped sharply. Beijing, 104.9 billion yuan in retail sales, down 9.9% from the year before. Shanghai, 128 billion yuan, down 14.1%. Discretionary spending is vanishing. Why? Because people are losing jobs, getting pay cuts, and sinking in mortgage debt. No one dares spend because no one knows what tomorrow will bring. According to the Wall Street Journal, China's real estate collapse has wiped out $18 trillion in household wealth. That's $60,000 lost per family, a figure worse than the 2008 U.S. housing crash, which cost $11 trillion. In China, over 200 million people are currently single. Despite this, there is an alarming gender imbalance, with 30 million more men than women. On the surface, this should mean that women have no trouble finding a partner. However, in cities like Shanghai, the reality is far different. In 2024, a report on matchmaking in major cities revealed shocking numbers. The ratio of men to women in Shanghai is 1 to 30, while in Xiamen, it's 1 to 33. And in Chengdu, it's an extreme 1 to 43. It's a woman's world when it comes to dating in Shanghai today. The demand for men is much higher than the supply. Men who are even a little established, those with a house and a car, are highly sought after. However, once women cross into their 30s, even those with good looks and strong careers, they are increasingly viewed as less desirable. I'm 33 with a master's degree. I thought I wouldn't have trouble finding someone, but when I went to matchmaking events, it was all about age and health. They worried about my ability to have children. I was introduced to a man born in 1994, but he turned me down because of my age. At 33, she is already considered a high risk for motherhood by some. She continues, "Last week, I met a 40-year-old guy. He didn't even bother responding after our first chat. It feels so discouraging. I just feel useless." I'm 37 now. I've been going to matchmaking events for 8 years, and I'm here to tell you, after 30, it's a whole different world. I've never met a decent man. Forget about the high-quality ones. Just finding someone normal is a struggle. She regrets not taking the opportunities she had when she was younger. When I was under 30, I met normal men, but I didn't appreciate them. Now I regret it deeply. If you're under 30 and meet a decent guy, take the chance. After 30, you'll find that even being normal is a rare standard in the dating world. In Shanghai, the number of single women has already surpassed 1 million, and nearly 400,000 are over 40 years old. For women in Shanghai, the matchmaking game is ruthless. Experts like matchmaker Ms. Wang urge women to adjust their standards. You need to be realistic about your expectations. The dating market is competitive, and you must be open to different possibilities. In today's market, compromise might be the only way forward. Despite the challenges, millions of women in Shanghai still strive to find lasting love in an increasingly imbalanced and tough dating landscape. But the question remains, when will the imbalance shift? Or will these women forever be left behind?